Hello everyone, so we will continue working on our old man's head. Okay, so I have my eye and then I noticed that it's a little bit big, so I will just start to shape it a little bit smaller. Going in to add some details on these areas so that later it'll be a bit easier. Okay, going to add some for nostril as well. I'm going to pump up my Z intensity for one brush. And I'm gonna redynamesh this. Cool. Using my number 1 brush, want to define some of this volume more clearly. You must know which part of the volume is pushing inwards and which part is going to be pushing outwards. So keeping that in mind is very important. It's fine. Number 6 brush, it's going to be really important here. So many areas that we can do, and we're not even close to adding all the details and alphas yet. We're just putting as much as details as we can. Oops. And we must make sure our symmetry is always on. Oops. So my symmetry not on. Yep. Cut in the lips a little bit deeper. I'll start adding some of this sort of like skin folds and wrinkles on the face. So you notice that old people have so many of these kind of details. Actually, it's so cool. And this shows you a lot of what they have been through in life, probably. And when something has so many details and you are able to take it in and apply it to your model or your sculpture, it's going to make a big difference to how good a piece can be as compared to someone else. So how you can determine your level of details, how you pick up the different details compared to others, will make a big difference. Oh. So yeah, now I'm starting to get the feeling that I want to break the symmetry, but I'm still resisting it because I know that I can still do more. And in terms of time, it's gonna save me time over the long run. Yeah, so I'm resisting this small temptation that I have. That I want to break the symmetry because it just feels like when I'm looking at the reference, something I should do probably to break the symmetry at some point. But I'm still resisting it because I want to keep it at the same position so that I can fit in details on both sides. Makes me twice as efficient if you think about it. Okay, so maybe here I would make use of my side view face, the old man. So I don't have the side view of this old man, but I will use this old man side view, but I think it's gonna be just as fine. Not super big of a difference. And so maybe this area I'll start to polish it up a bit. Maybe it's not that sharp. It's now 6 again. Push it a little bit inward here. Okay. So from a side view, we can also see how this cheek should be a little bit bigger, probably. So I'm gonna just inflate that. So what we do for the eye bag, we should let it flow to the side view as well. I have to use my #1 brush. Details on the front will go and follow through to the side as well. And then when it's too much, then you can start to reduce it a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna work on the ear a bit. When we are looking at the ear, we want to look at the back of the ear to see how thick this ear is, so that I want to make sure it's not super thin. So it becomes a big problem if it's very, very thin. And I want to make sure if it's super thin, I'll keep my back face mask on when I'm sculpting, so that if it doesn't affect the back part, then I can just happily sculpt on the front part. So back face mask will help with that in that case. Okay, so now kind of okay. I'm gonna start shaping the ear a little bit rounder too, so it looks too sharp right now. And actually on the front view, this guy's ear is even more different, right? I should try to shape it according to him actually. So think maybe for side view I'm done. I'll now focus on the front view. Okay, because this guy's ear is is prominent, man. His ear is something. It's like almost like a goblin's ear. Goblin, yeah, like big ears, pretty big size. Quite interesting. Look at the back. Yeah, we're doing good. Use my number 1 brush to add volume as well as subtract volume. And then pretty fun. Pretty fun. Have this back and forth process. And try to make it have some depth. So this part of the ear will be the most prominent. And then this one inside will go inside. The green one will be more outside. So when you observe, try to observe this kind of details as well. Yep, gonna shape my ear, start polishing up a little bit more. Top. And on the back, I think I'll start subtracting some. Don't think the back of the ear has so much volume. Hold down shift, subtract. So just make sure you don't smooth the front too much, because if you did what I just did just now, I smoothed the front way too much. I think it's still okay for me, so I'm still okay with that. Just add some of this back. Can redynamesh though. So take note, every time we redynamesh, we may lose some of the details, but we are not at the final polishing of the details yet, so it's still fine. So I'll still go ahead and dynamesh if you have to, because it's just what is needed. Okay, just gonna focus on the front view now. And you're spending a little bit too much time there. Front view, front view. F6, F7. Okay. Notating this part might be too much, so I'm pushing in or push it out this part. Mhm. Bottom part of the ear, there's this soft area. Remember to add some volume to that area too. So far it's looking not too bad. We want to try to match his shape, his outlook, and we definitely got that so far. Okay, so I'll start to shape this top part, polish using my number 2 brush polish. Start to polish up all these areas that is too sharp. It might take some time because just now, as I mentioned, I should have done that when the mesh was lower poly, but It's not an over. Okay, still fine. Okay, let's look at the neck area. Yeah, I'm gonna add some volume here. And I don't want him to have the two veins so protruding yet. Maybe later. Yeah, I'll do that later. So, but this part I definitely want to push it down, you see. So we need to get and focus on the old man's details and what he has on his face, body. I'm gonna use my number 1 brush, and then I'm gonna press alternate for subtract. I'm gonna put in a lot of these brush strokes like this. It's gonna work well. And then for this collarbone, probably my collarbone is a little bit too wide, too big. I want to use a number 7 brush to pinch it down. Nice. Now I'm talking. So I just use my number 7 brush to pinch this a lot, and then maybe on this end I'll just make it a little bit bigger back. There's a lot of things is just using your observation skills, I guess, and matching more accordingly. In terms of techniques, guess I pretty much covered it this time. Maybe I'll show you more about techniques on the next video. Right? So, behind here, why is it so sharp, man? I'm gonna use my number 9 brush. Gonna chop this up, man. Chop. Okay, not good enough. It's like a devil. Chop. Chop. Okay, so this looks much better. Smooth it out. 3 brush. 3 brush. Okay, I'm gonna do a big chop over here. Let me do that again. Control Shift and then I press alternate. It's curve chop. Curve chop right here. Alright, I'll go with that. That's fine. I'll say that's fine. Let's move it out a bit. Okay, maybe I just want to press on and add a bit more details. Press on, go behind and add some details. 6 brush. Notice that I try to keep my number 6 lines, like creating some kind of veins like this, like try to keep it very straight, so that if not I'll just undo it. So I'm using alternate and number 6 brush, so it creates something like a vein too. So it will work well. Yep, so I'm still sticking to the symmetry, guys, so I think that's pretty good job so far. Okay, maybe next video I'll show you more on putting in some alphas and then finishing up, and then we'll go into the asymmetric part even later. Alright, okay, see you in the next video. Bye bye.